The Pawtucket Foundation represents the private business and not-for-profit sector in advocating for downtown, riverfront, and gateway improvements within Pawtucket. As a group of civic entrepreneurs, the Foundation works to maintain a vision of the community's future and to help assemble the information, talent, and resources to realize this vision. We believe a vibrant business community fosters healthy neighborhoods, compounding economic investments and creating a positive self-image for the city. Pawtucket's downtown, riverfront, and historic train station have been the subject of much discussion and debate over the last decade. Downtown Pawtucket's close proximity to Providence and Boston, its beautiful location along the Blackstone River, and the potential for inter- and intrastate commuter rail make this historic community an attractive location to live, work, and play. Within the last decade, mill redevelopment projects at Riverfront Lofts, Blackstone Landing, Union Wadding, M Residential, and Slater Cotton Mill have created hundreds of high-quality, market-rate condominium and apartment units in the downtown. Pawtucket's riverfront downtown is a walkable community. In fact, from the center of downtown, one can comfortably walk to Slater Mill, a RIPTA bus hub, and the potential site for a future commuter rail station with planned access to TF Green Airport, Providence, and Boston.
The whole point of working with the commuter rail station and working with the Barton Street and the downtown neighborhood was to facilitate better pedestrian access and better public access. So the first thing that we obviously been working on is the commuter rail station. And we are finalizing, hopefully in the next 60 days, a formal application letter to the Federal Transit Administration to request the first component of the funding for the next step in the development of the commuter rail station. And that we would like to continue to work on the transportation issues in the downtown area. We've been working over the last 10 years in trying to make the traffic routes around downtown more workable. And we've been eliminating the one-way streets through the downtown area as best we can. We're going to try and open up Main Street to two-way traffic in 2010 to accommodate some of the detours necessary for the Bridge 550 construction.
It's great that we can kind of plan and say, okay, well, this needs to go there and that needs to get changed and, signs have to be put up. But at the same time, I think that the residents' voices should be heard because these are the people that live in the community on a day-to-day basis. These are the people that work, play, and go to school here. And I think that their voices should be heard. They shouldn't be knocked out. They should have a chance to voice their opinions because in the end, they're the ones who are going to have to accept all the changes that are going on.
Improving the building infrastructure in downtown is an important part of the revitalization of Pawtucket. The Pawtucket Foundation has long championed a large-scale mixed-use redevelopment project on the vacant parking lot across from City Hall in downtown Pawtucket. What we have proposed is a 5-story mixed-use building which would total approximately 180,000 square feet of developable space with structured parking to accommodate 500 to 700 automobiles. This project is so urgently necessary because it repairs the urban fabric of Pawtucket's historic downtown. By pushing the buildings to the street edge, we create this quality place with quality urban design that's going to attract visitors, it's going to attract businesses, and it's going to really transform the face of Pawtucket. This is an exciting time for Pawtucket because there is mounting evidence of a growing market for a more sustainable alternative to the suburban model of development. In fact, research published by the American Planning Association suggests that high-density housing options will outpace the demand for traditional suburban detached houses on large lots. Factors driving this shift are a declining proportion of households with children, a growing share of the population that are elderly, empty nesters, and single-person households. Moreover, with gasoline prices at $4 or more per gallon, commuting by car is very expensive. These changes are fueling demand for in-town living and Central City infill and redevelopment.
My name's Nancy Witt. I'm the Executive Director of Pawtucket Citizens Development Corporation. We do have a proposal at Rhode Island Housing now for 38 units of housing, many of which are currently vacant and foreclosed in the KeepSpace area.
Its potential in Pawtucket and Central Falls is the relationships between all the things that people have been trying to do. So you have affordable housing, which PCDC has been doing really successfully for a number of years and very consistently kind of moving forward and improving neighborhoods one piece of property at a time. And you have the school systems, which have their own set of issues, and people are focusing on that and trying to make improvements. You have the Riverfront Commission and the Riverfront District and all of the different kinds of bike paths and things that are trying to happen along the river.
I think the river is actually a very key piece to our future. It's always been a key piece to our past. That's why we've settled here. It's why Central Falls, Pawtucket, all of our river valley communities are here initially.
The river is an important part of Pawtucket's past and also its future. As the birthplace of the American Industrial Revolution, the river has played a pivotal role in shaping community business patterns in downtown Pawtucket. Today, with a heightened awareness of ecology and sustainability, we are reclaiming the riverfront. With the construction of the iconic I-95 Pawtucket River Bridge, with the installation of the Blackstone Valley Bike Path and other recreational areas along the river will provide an important amenity for pedestrians and residents and visitors to Pawtucket.
Our role has been about accessing the Pawtucket and the Blackstone River.
So the Broad Street Initiative really came out of 10 months of community outreach, and out of this community outreach we created a vision which really looked at blank facades, improper land uses along the corridor, and tried to figure out how we can encourage proper urban Main Street development along this street.
Decades ago, Pawtucket was a thriving, vibrant downtown with many residents and people who worked in the businesses and shops and stores along Main Street. But the city began to decline with the advent of the automobile, the interstate highway, and suburban shopping malls. In the past decade, the population count of Pawtucket has remained relatively constant despite a significant decline in average employment in its historically two largest sectors, manufacturing and retail trade. This decline has created opportunities for the city's administration to find new ways to utilize former mills and vacant storefronts. A significant challenge in revitalizing a modern Pawtucket is in dealing with parking demand, historic structures, and accommodating the needs of a broad, ethnic, diverse population.
For me, it's really ideal to have a walkable community for my cafe. I feel like Pawtucket is such a great place for that. I mean, it really is a beautiful city. I know people don't always say that, but it is. The buildings are beautiful, and I just think it's a great place to live.
A good home is the first place to start, with a safe home, one that is lead safe, one that's safe from criminal activity.
What I like to see is more movement on Broad Street, a lot of renovation, and it brings different different kind of business to the area, which can improve. Especially if they have a train station around here, that will be very, very good.